Well, my SAE is working for my grandpa's business, Don's Tractor Salvage. Don's Tractor Salvage, the main way it functions is that when a farmer has a tractor that maybe has a hole in the block or transmission problems where the tractor is too expensive for the farmer to fix, we will buy it at a salvage price, because the way we look at it, just because it's too expensive to run again doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't any parts worth value on it. My favorite part has really just been hanging out with my grandpa and my dad. I've learned a lot from them, and they're really fun to work with. Just very accommodating. I always learn something new every day with them. And then I also learned a lot with customer service. My grandpa always said that if you ain't good with the customers, you won't make a lot of money. So it's always good to know how to deal with customers and accommodate them and be patient and help them when you can. I plan on going up to Southeast Community College in Beatrice, Nebraska. And I plan on majoring in diversified agriculture to kind of get a feel for everything, but I'm planning on to focus on agronomy and ag business, because after those 2 years, I'm planning on coming home to work for Don's Tractor Salvage and then sell seed on the side. So I believe that by getting some business skills and learning about agronomy, I can help the family farm and the business out more.
I work at the Salmon Valley Veterinary Hospital in Beloit, Kansas, and it's a large and small animal veterinary clinic. And there I do a number of tasks. I help with surgeries, and I administer medications, and I assist clients and patients in whatever needs to be done. I also help veterinarians with anything they need to get done. I clean equipment, and I also run equipment, and I maintain the vet clinic with like laundry and doing dishes and a bunch of other cleaning. So I do a lot at the clinic. I've learned a lot of things through my SAE, like how to administer medications, what medications are used for what. But I would say the most important thing that I've learned is how to deal with patients and clients, because there are some really bad things that happen at the vet clinic, and you just need to know how to deal with people who are going through certain things and how to deal with animals who are in pain. And that's something that I've learned that I know I will use in the future. In the future, I'm going to attend Kansas State University to major in animal science with an emphasis in pre-veterinary medicine.
So SAE is, I work at the Mound City Butcher Block. I'm actually the manager. We're a custom inspected processing facility. We'll process about 20 to 25 beef a week and about 15 to 25 hogs. And that's just our normal March through September, and then September through February is deer season. So we'll do a lot of deer during that. So we slow down our processing to about 15 beef, about 15 hogs to make up for the amount of deer we have coming in. Last year we did a little over 1,200 deer in the span of those few months. My responsibilities have changed, because when I first started, I just packaged meat, so I was on the wrapping table. I really wasn't involved with anything else other than I'd help clean up. But as the last 4 years, I've been promoted to manager, so I have a more of a role-playing job on like the actual business side. So I work with writing paychecks for the other employees and doing processing for billing and whatnot, so they can know what they owe us. I actually plan on buying the plant afterwards, because my boss Brandon said that within the next 5 to 10 years he'd sell it to me, because I've already worked there long enough. I help him do enough stuff. He's going to show me more of like the extra business side, so like paying all the bills, doing taxes every year, just stuff like that, because having a free mentor on that stuff would really help for when I do plan on owning it.
My SAE started when I was about 7 years old, working for my grandpa. We had about 60 head of cow-calf pairs. We have 200 acres of pasture ground, about 100 acres of broke ground. And some of that pasture ground we actually put up for hay. So we put about 200 acres up for hay, and we got another 100 of just pasture ground. And I have a second SAE, which I started that when I was about 16, in ag mechanics, fabrication, and design, where I worked for Donahue Manufacturing, and I built parts for stock trailers, flatbeds, dovetail trailers. Now I am a part of Kelly Farms at Hutchinson, Kansas, where I look over the herd and I tell them whatever is needed to be taken care of. Like if a cow's sick, I'll tell them, hey, this needs taken care of. After I graduate from Hutchinson Community College, I plan on moving down around Dexter, Kansas, and taking over my grandpa's rodeo bull operation. And I want to take that further and potentially go either into the NFR or get a bull into the PBR.
I work on my family's 7,800 acre farm. We grow corn, wheat, and soybeans. We also background around 500 head of stocker cattle, and we bale around 700 acres of hay every summer to feed our own cattle and to sell. When I was a freshman, I didn't have a whole lot of responsibilities that I could handle by myself, such as raking hay in the summertime. There was only certain places I could go, and now I do it all and can do everything by myself. My favorite part of my SAE is just getting to work outside, because I like to be outside, and farming, I'm outside pretty much all the time, and I really just enjoy being outside with different people and nature and all the animals. Specific skills that I've learned are like the growing stages of the different crops, like the corn, the vegetative through the reproductive stages, all the stages of how soybeans grow, and then how to vaccinate cattle, and also how to work on machinery and make sure everything is working right and the way it's supposed to be. In the future, I'm going to Allen County Community College, and then I plan to come back to the family farm.